Today I'm going to show you guys how to put 6 crude oil extractors onto one node in Palworld 1.0. And shout out to God's Legacy in the comment section who told me about this, and a guy named Tsukaza who has a YouTube channel and released a video about this months ago. As you can see, we have some crude oil being made here, but there's a blue outline because on top of it, there is a second one of these crude oil extractors, and my pal can pretty much build that and it'll work alongside it. And I'll show you what that looks like once this is built. As you can see, it is very glitchy looking now, and there's multiple extractors working at the same time. And as I mentioned already, this is PC only, so I'm going to show you how to do this right now. So what you need to do is you need to press the Windows key on your keyboard and then type into the search bar mouse keys, and then you need to go to this here, so accessibility mouse keys, and turn that on, and then check the box that says only use mouse keys when numlock is on. Now you're going to Alt Tab back into Palworld. Make sure you use Alt Tab for this rather than your mouse. For privacy reasons, obviously, I didn't do that step by step. If you have any issues with that, let me know, and I will try my best to help you. So what you need to do now is you need to pretty much get your crude oil extractor ready. And just like in my other video on how to actually stack these on one oil node, you have to put your pretty much cursor or your character facing between east and south if you look at the top of your screen on the compass, and then you go over to the right hand side of the oil and you have to try and find the sweet spot. Now the sweet spot might take you a little bit of wiggling around to get. What I'm looking for here is I'm looking for just that one little millimeter of extra room. So I go to the left, for example, it turns blue, but when I go right like this, that's exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that exact position there. And what I want to do now is I want to press the number 5 key and the plus key at the same time on my keyboard. And if I do that, it should build the multiple oil extractors for me straight away. So we're going to do that right now in 3, 2, and boom. And there should already be multiple oil extractors right there ready to be built. And you can click it a second time if you like, just to make sure that it went through. And you won't hear the confirmation noise that there's going to be more being built, but I can guarantee you that there's more than one oil extractor right there. Now I like to press the number 5 key that isn't on the numpad, but you do have to press the plus key that is on the numpad, if you get me. So the 5 on the left-hand side of your keyboard with your left hand, and then the plus key with your right hand on the numpad. Now we're going to go over to the other side, and we're going to see it's about perfect here. And we're going to come one closer to us. We're going to do the exact same thing again. I don't know what all that flashing is, so I'm going to put these down now and get out of the way from whatever that was. And now we have officially made multiple extractors on one oil node. With this technique, there is a chance that you're only going to get 4 crude oil extractors rather than 6. And as I said already, press the 5 and the plus multiple times. And if it works fully, then you now will have 3 on each side instead of 2. However, if you only get 4 crude oil extractors on one node, then that's still enough oil to get you through the entire game anyway. So you don't really need 6. Completely up to yourself if you decide to go through with it and make 100% sure that you get all 6 down. Where are we on the map? We are at -715, -733. It's where I like to build my oil extractors, just down in the volcano area. However, there's some oil extractors that you can utilize right up here at this base as well, the Sakura area, and that is -585 244. So whichever one you decide to go for is fine. And don't forget to turn back off the turn mouse keys on or off option when you're finished with this, just in case it starts messing with any of the other game that you're playing. So if you have any questions, make sure you ask them in the comment section. If you have any advice for other players, make sure that you give them in the comment section as well. And shout out to God's Legacy for letting me know about this trick.